Woo, boy, look at this right here, y'all. Look at this kick right. Look, man, this has got to be one of the most beautifully placed kicks in WMMA that I've ever seen. Okay, this has got to be one of the most beautifully placed kicks in WMMA that I've ever seen. Look, Rose, boy, she kicked the shit out of Weili, didn't she? Like, you know, you can actually see this kick was so hard that this foot landed on one side of Weili's face, but you can see like the damage on the other side of her face. Like, look at her face on the other side. Like, that's the opposite side of the kick, man. This kick put Weili down and out, okay? Rose Namjunas has done this before, and we're going to talk about why Rose is actually able to do this. Like, why is she able to do this? Why is Rose Namjunas able to knock out two top fighters in Weili and Bojangles? Why is she able to do it? Okay? You know, there's a reason why that she's able to have success against these type fighters. And I'd even throw Jessica Andrade in there, to be honest, okay? And I'll tell you why I'm putting Jessica in there. Now, you have a lot of Weili fans that'll flock to your page, and they will come at you and start talking about what you don't like her. And I've had them come at me saying, you don't like her because she's Asian hate. And it's like, these people, they're looking for a reason to be triggered. Even when you're complimenting Weili, they kind of still be on edge because they're waiting on you to criticize her so they can say, well, you got this hate. Like, every time you criticize this woman, you know, they always start talking about Asian hate. And it's like, you know, I'm saying to myself, so I don't like Asian fighters, but I'm a huge Angela Unstoppable Lee fan. I mean, I don't get it. I'm a huge Angela Unstoppable Lee fan, but I don't like Asian fighters. You know, let's make that make sense. Let's really make that make sense, okay? And some of them say, well, she really lives in Hawaii, but, you know, she's Asian. She's got an Asian background. I'm a huge Angela Unstoppable Lee fan. Huge Angela Unstoppable Lee fan. Big time. Okay? I'm a huge King Raina fan. Huge fan of King Raina. But, you know, that's fine. Still don't get no credit. You know, but it's the same thing. It ain't no pleasing them. So I will criticize who I want to criticize. Now, here's the thing, man. Weili could have done a lot of things, okay? She could have. This kick changed the course of her career, by the way. It sent Weili into a mental downward depression. Okay? She was depressed, and rightly so. Rightly so. You know, this woman, you know, lost everything she worked for, and so on and so on. So, yeah, you know, it would make anybody upset. Now, Weili bounced back. She sought help. That's what a real, true champion to do. They're going to seek help. They're going to try to get somebody to help them on a quest to get back what they lost and who they were. Okay? So, Weili went to Henry Cejudo. And I think some of the realest advice that she ever got was Henry Cejudo told her because she was complaining. He said, listen, Weili, you got caught. You're going to have to get over that. It happens to all of us. You got caught. And that's what happened. She got caught. It's just nothing else, nothing more. You know, Weili was coming up with all these excuses and the referee this and all this. No, you got caught. And Henry told her straight up. Told her exactly what it is. Okay, don't come in here complaining. You got caught. Everybody saw it. Everybody agreed. Your ass got caught. Okay, move on. And Weili eventually moved on. Okay, I mean, she was doing crazy stuff. Like, you know, she even, like, you know, when I thought it was getting mental, you know, this woman even shaved her head, man. Like, that's when I knew it was getting bad. That's when I knew that, you know, her situation, mental-wise, it was getting worse. Progressively worse. I mean, this woman shaved her head, y'all. Shaved her head. Why would she do that? Because she was obsessed with Rose Namajunas. Okay, and I could probably, you know, speculate why she would shave her head, but I won't do that. But the thing of it is, Weili was able to bounce back. She was able to bounce back and get the belt back. So Weili comes out, and she says, well, you know, Rose, before Rose gets a title shot with me, Rose, she's going to have to do some things. Okay, one, she got to get herself mentally ready, healthy. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute. So, Weili, you're a psychologist now? You're a therapist? Rose got to get herself mentally healthy? Well, that's what she's been doing. Well, she lost to Carl, and then, you know, she might not be ready for a fight like this. Wait a minute. You're not a damn therapist. That's what Rose been doing. Okay, like all these little trips of her driving away in the van, her and Pat, and her, you know, doing gardening. That's mental stress relief. That's what people with mental health problems, that's what they do. Okay, that's their therapy. Okay, that is Rose's therapy. Nature therapy, you know, growing weed and all this other mess. That's Rose's therapy. That's what she does. Okay, and to me, you know, her last video, she getting on YouTube doing prayer vigils and scriptures, and it seemed like she in a good place to me mentally. okay? Seems like she's in a good place to me mentally. I think Rose is the only person that can take a loss, to be honest, and not really care about the loss, and it don't affect her. This girl go back to doing like the stuff she was doing. She go right back to doing that stuff. So I think, me personally, mentally, I think she's there. Matter of fact, it's stunning how really mentally there she really is. So let's scratch that off the list, Weili, because you're not a therapist. Then she said, well, she need to fight somebody else. Wait a minute. So now you're a therapist and you're a damn matchmaker. Weili, you don't get to call the shots. Because let's revisit. Let's revisit how you got a title shot. Let's revisit how you got a title shot. Want to know how you got a title shot? Okay, you were given a title shot because the UFC had a fight card in China. Now, it was a good business move by the UFC. Okay, I can't knock the UFC. I mean, why not put your biggest star from China in the main event in China? Why not? That's good business. That's excellent business. Okay, and ain't nobody blaming Weili. Look, Weili, it's not Weili's fault they gave her an opportunity. But what Weili did with her opportunity, she went out there, she knocked Jessica Andrade smooth out. Okay, that's taking advantage of your opportunity, and she did it. Now Weili knocked out Bojangles. Now this version of Bojangles that she put down. This ain't the same Bojangles. Okay, this Bojangles has far past her prime. Totally ineffective. It's a different Bojangles. This has been a Bojangles that's been weight drained most of her career. Weight drain, trying to make weight, and just going back and forth between 115 and 125. And folks, her chin wasn't the same at 115. At 125, she can't get knocked out. At 115, you catch Bojangles, she's gonna get knocked out. Okay, her body long since outgrew the strawweight division, but somehow she starved herself to get back to that division, and it didn't pay off. Okay, I think if Bojangles continued her career, I think Bojangles would need to be a flyweight. And I think she'd be okay. But, going down to 115, Weili knocked her out. Okay? So you mean to tell me now, this Bojangles who was knocked out by Rose, okay, beat up and turned into an alien by Weili, knocked out by Weili. So Bojangles, that's the gatekeeper now to the belt? Come on. I mean, Bojangles is the gatekeeper to the belt. Do y'all understand, Weili, again, got to skip most of the division? Okay, just went right to Bojangles and then got a title shot and then won the belt. So, I mean, come on. We could talk about who I thought you needed to fight. But nobody really did that. Nobody really did that because we all wanted Carla Esparza to get that belt. I mean, we wanted Carla Esparza. Look, we would rather have Weili as the damn champion than Carla. Let's put that out there, okay? I think everybody listening to this video, okay, whether you're a Weili fan or you don't like my channel, we can all agree that we would much rather see Weili as a damn champion than Carla. I know I did. And I was happy Weili won that belt. Now, okay, let's fight Rose. But you want to know why Weili really, truly don't want to fight Rose right away? Weili knows that Rose is a thorn in her ass, okay? And let's just be real. Rose Namjunas has a lot of success fighting fighters like Weili. And what do I mean by a fighter like Weili? Weili is an aggressive striker, okay? She's going to come right at you. That's in her nature, okay? If you told Weili that she had to point fight, she couldn't do it. Okay, being an aggressive striker, that's in her nature. Also, Bojangles is a very aggressive striker. She's going to come at you. She's going to come right at you, and she's going to try to hit you. She's coming for you. Okay, now everything Bojangles skill set is better than Weili's when it comes to throwing punches and kicks. But Weili, to me, is more effective in that mid-range. See, Rose is very elusive. Okay, she's an outfighter. So when Rose engage people like Weili, it's kind of like she can see the strikes coming because Weili is coming right for her. See, Rose is going to take a lot of angles. Guys, I mean, go and watch some of Rose's footwork. Watch a lot of Rose moves at these magnificent, extraordinary angles. And it's like, she does a lot of pivoting. Like, Rose has a lot of movement. And her movement is just, she's always up on the balls of her feet. She's always looking for a way to counter. And that's another thing. Weili can never see those counters of Rose Namajunas. She can't see them. Okay? That's why Rose Namajunas is a thorn in her ass. Weili can't see the counters. She can't see them. And when you can't see those counters coming, you better believe that you're going to get dropped. You better believe that the chance of a knockout is imminent. Okay? That's why Weili isn't too quick to want to get in there with Rose. Rose Namajunas got her number. Okay, trust me. Rose got her number. And Weili made some good adjustments in the second fight. But still, I felt like Rose still won that fight to me convincingly. 3-2 for me. There were 3 rounds that Rose Namjunas just won, and then there were 2 rounds that Rose, I just felt, damn, she took the rounds off. Just took them off. But you can't even question the fact that Rose can counter the shit out of Weili. Up to my Rose can counter the shit out of Weili, and really, there's nothing Weili can do about it. You know, and it's strange, man, how Weili, she never really had to make a ton of adjustments. Not many in her career, because the people that she beat, I mean, she can overwhelm the hell out of them. And then eventually you just bend to her will, because she overwhelmed you with so many strikes. And then when you got a person that's overwhelming you, you know, like, what do? You try to defend. Well, Rose isn't like that. Rose is going to pivot, okay? She's going to pivot. She's going to get up on the balls of her feet. She's going to get out of range, and she's going to come back with a counter. That's why Rose is so dangerous to a fighter like Bojangles and Weili. That's why Rose is dangerous. Because Rose isn't going to be there for a barrage of punches. And Rose isn't going to stand in front of Weili and trade. Anybody who stand in front of Weili and just trade with her, that's dangerous. That's stupid. Because you're going to get knocked out. Look what happened to Bojangles. In both fights, when she tried to trade with Weili, like stand in front of Weili, Bojangles got lumped up. And this last fight, when Weili knocked Bojangles smooth out, okay, what was Bojangles doing? She kept getting in Weili's that 2 feet of space, and she was trying to engage Weili in that close quarters. Hell no. That's why she got her ass knocked out. You're trying to engage Weili in close quarters. It doesn't work. You're going to lose. You will lose. Rose is smarter than that. She's not trying to trade with Weili. Rose isn't that kind of fighter. She's a slick fighter. Okay? Rose is very slick. And honestly, Rose is probably one of the few MMA fighters who I think could go to boxing and actually have a lot of success. I think Rose could. You know, now, would she do that? Probably not. But I'm saying, you know, Rose could have a lot of success in the boxing ring because she's extremely slick. Okay, her foot movements, they're really magnificent, the way this woman can move around the octagon. Okay? Whether you like Rose or not, you know, you have to look at what she brings to the table. And her technique is very good. You know, Rose will get in points in fights where she just do stupid stuff. And, you know, she'll say it's because of the ADD, or, you know, I think Pat Barry be telling her dumb stuff. Like when he told Rose to stand in front of Jessica Andrade and trade with her. Well, I mean, damn, you know, Jessica damn near knocked her ass out. Okay? That's real talk. But, you know, it is what it is. Weili don't get to call no damn shots. Okay? Weili, you're not a therapist. You're not a matchmaker. You're not anything. Okay? You're a fighter. Okay? And you don't have no creative control over your career. You don't have any damn control. The UFC, they're going to make the fight. They're going to tell you to fight. And if you refuse to fight, then they're going to put you on the shelf. Especially if they book a fight in Asia, in China. Yeah, you're going to fight Rose. Okay, Rose and Weili are 2 of the biggest stars in MMA, in WMMA. So yeah, they're going to make that fight. That's a no-brainer, okay? I mean, who else are they going to put in there with Weili that's going to have a star power? That's going to make the fight, you know, like that much better? Who you think they're going to put in there with her? Okay, you think they're going to put Marina Rodriguez in there? I doubt it. Not going to happen, okay? Who you think they're going to put in there? You think they're going to give Carlos Esparza a rematch? No. The only big fight, the big fight right now that can be made in the strawweight division is Weili Rose 3. Okay? That's the mega fight. That's the fight. And folks, if you can't see that, well, maybe you're blind. I don't know. But I do know that Weili, she got Rose's number. Okay? I mean, I'm sorry. I know that Rose, she's got Weili's number. And I'm talking about, boy, that number is dialed in. Okay? That number is dialed in. And let me tell you, boy, when that number's dialed in like this, whew, be ready. Because if Weili pick up that phone gonna have a deaf dial tone.